So the Supreme Court just ruled in favor of the Affordable Care Act. I'm really not convinced that it's affordable. How do you feel that Senator Sanders' position on health care would benefit the nation instead of the ACA?
Okay. Definitely tough. I don't know if you can see it, but it's burning tough. I think that when Obama was running and he was talking about healthcare, it sounded like we were going to get something a lot different than what we actually got. Because what we needed was healthcare we could actually afford and healthcare that everyone could have. But what we got was semi-discounted healthcare, and states got options to expand Medicaid. But if they chose not to, then you were left with a lot of people in brackets that didn't fit because they made too much to get Medicaid, but they didn't make enough to be able to really qualify for the discounts for Obamacare, and they couldn't afford it. So then you have these people in this range, and now they're forced with either I have to find a way to afford this, or I have to pay the fine every year. And for me, and for you, I mean, we have insurance, so we just decided not to pay the fine. And
Affordable Care Act,
we lived in Florida up until recently, and they had chosen not to expand Medicaid. So even though we both worked, our children still qualified for Medicaid because we were under that limit, but the two of us did not qualify for Medicaid. I qualified if I was pregnant and for 6 weeks after having a baby, but after that I did not qualify, neither did he. So we just opt to pay the fine if they ever coughed out. So,
they probably will now.
I might. But I don't know if that, I don't get Obama. I really don't, because, I mean, in the election time, he seemed like one thing. And I see him now, and I don't hate him like the GOP hates on him. He's Antichrist. I don't think he's Hitler. I don't think he's, gonna send us all to hell. I don't think he's out to get us. I don't think he's a racist who hates all white people. That's crazy. No. So I do think that he inspired a lot of people and got a lot of people thinking about politics, and then he dropped the ball. And I don't know if he didn't try hard enough. I don't know if it really is just the Republicans squashed everything he tried to do. But I feel like he could have done more. I feel like he could have stood up to people, and he just didn't. But he has done a lot for us. He's done a lot, and he has tried. And I think he's been a good president. I don't think he's been a fantastic president like we all hoped that he would be, but I think he has been a very good president. And I don't have a whole lot of complaints other than I think he led us to believe he was going to do more. And I think that Bernie Sanders' healthcare plan is kind of more what I had thought Obama was going to do. And I think that everyone should have healthcare. I think that everyone in this country should have healthcare, because it doesn't make sense that we live in such a great country. We don't live in an impoverished country, but yet we have people who cannot go to the doctor. And that doesn't make sense in the greatest country in the world, because this is affecting people in a lot of ways. I don't know about you. I don't know how long you had insurance, but I know that I have not had health insurance since I lived with my parents. So when I was 19, I got in a car accident, and I broke both of my arms, and I had to go to the hospital, and they're like, okay, see a doctor. And it's like, I can't see a doctor. I don't have health insurance. So they sent me to a doctor who sends me a bill, and I had to have surgery. So I get a bill for like $30,000. I'm 19 years old. My credit's gone before I've ever even had a credit card, and I can't pay it off. And even now, this is 10 years later, and I haven't been to the dentist. And I don't know how long. I literally don't know. Like maybe high school. I don't know. So That's not something someone should have to go through in the greatest country in the world. You shouldn't have people living in the greatest country in the world who can't go to the dentist and can't get diabetes medication. I mean, they say, I don't remember which one it was, but they said something about healthcare is available for all, doctors have to see patients. No, emergency room doctors have to see patients, but you don't go to an emergency room every day for diabetes. No, you have to see a doctor, you have to get prescriptions. That's not a real thing. We have to have the ability to see doctors. We need preventative care. If we're only coming in when we're going in the emergency room, we're long past preventative care. And it's a whole lot cheaper for preventative care than it is to go to the emergency room. And we deserve it. It's not fair for 1% of the world to have, so they can have anything they want. They have so much money, they can have anything they want. And there are so many people here who cannot go to the dentist. But they can have 18 yachts and 18 houses. They can have 100 billion in the bank, and yet we don't deserve to go to the dentist. Doesn't make any sense to me. Makes sense to you?
No.